And we're back. We're still at it.
Still at it, folks.
We had some things happen. Kind of some full circle things.
Yeah.
Had some life. Had some death.
It happens.
It happened. But now we're back. Ready to get back into... I mean, we got a lot of shit to talk about. A lot of stuff transpired in the last... It feels like maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We had the Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano 17-second fight.
Yes, we did.
We had Punisher One Last Kill come out.
Yep.
And then at this point...
We've had Mandalorian that you caught.
Yeah, by the time this comes out Friday, it'll be a week since I've seen...
Yeah.
Almost
it's 2 weeks since,
dude. I'm
3
almost
weeks since I saw Mortal Kombat. So go.
Oh yeah, in Mortal Kombat, it was like yeah. So a lot to catch on. First of all, let's go ahead because we had almost an entire episode about the Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight, and then judo just fucking took over 17 seconds.
Man,
I wonder how much they got paid.
A lot, I'm sure. I mean, I didn't see the final numbers, but a lot. They deserve it.
Hey, man, I don't think if you're going in there and get fucking punched in the head, dude, you should be getting a bigger piece 100%. Of the pie.
I will never not agree with that, right? I don't care if it's Jake Paul or Shab talking about it, but fighter pay needs to be
right.
Needs to be
the
addressed.
Two most, look. I'm not saying that they're wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying of all the people that should, that don't,
right,
and the people you wouldn't, that has taken a hard stance when other people haven't.
Right.
The last two, the duo would be Jake Paul and Brendan Schaub.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay. They're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
It's like, look.
And they're wrong a lot, but they're not wrong.
Hey, look, man, I wish I could vote for that Pratt dude.
Oh, yeah,
in Los Angeles.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
and look, I get it. He's a former reality television star or whatever, but
you know what I thought about the other day?
Because, like, if you watch it, look, when I watch YouTube, there's a lot of his political AI created, generated shit, and it's fucking fantastic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fuck, if I had a vote for mayor.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, as much as I would like to visit Los Angeles,
it's
California, it's Los Angeles, Hollywood, California as a whole.
Sure.
Has no interest in me being like full time there.
No. I did it twice in short spurts, and it wasn't what I thought.
Wasn't like crazy fucking homeless problem and taxes.
I don't need it.
And fucking people who are out of their fucking mind.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a water park. It's like, okay, we got it. It's the once. Yeah. It's the day. We're not going 2 days in a row.
Nah, one day is enough.
No, what I realized is, and this doesn't just apply to a Pratt situation. I just realized we're now at a point. It's kind of like when Reagan became a president. They were like, "Oh, he was a former actor." It's like, well, yeah, because acting became a thing. Well, reality TV now is so prominent and so prevalent. It's like Theo Vaughn was a reality star.
Yeah,
and he didn't mean to be. He just needed the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And ended up on a show.
He was trying. Yeah, he was just trying. It was a means to an end, and I totally get that. But here's the thing: is like
it's gonna be. All I'm saying is it's gonna be a thing where now, they're gonna be a YouTuber or you're gonna be a reality star because these are jobs now.
Yeah, future politicians for sure.
These are real jobs.
But here's the thing: I don't give a fuck what you used to do.
No.
What are you gonna do? And it's not just for like. Because that dude's not out there, like, spewing, like, conspiracy theories and blah, blah, blah. He's like, look, my platform is simple. Get rid of all the drug addicts that are, like, masturbating while I'm trying to take my 6-year-old to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, not unreasonable. Right?
Yeah, he's like, I don't have to create anything.
Right.
I can just point out what is the current state of what's going on here, and it's ridiculous, and nobody's doing anything about it.
Yep.
And the fact that but see that's what worries me the most is that like that insulation that those people have in some kind of fucking fantasy land.
Yeah.
Right. And to be fair, he was caught up in that too for a while.
Right.
He was it's not like he was living in some terrible place.
No,
it was
no,
the fucking Pacific Palisades. A lot of that area was like fucking highfalutin.
Yeah, what was that hot chick he was with? I forgot her name now, but
well, she was hot until
is
she
she
had
not
some
now?
work. Well, she had some work done.
oh man,
But it's that Hollywood.
Yeah.
They when they get snared up into
Yeah.
that, like I gotta get work done because somebody look.
hey,
You know what was crazy is like they even did an episode where her mom was like, "Man, I don't recognize like the beautiful girl that
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
and it like broke her down." And I was
Right.
like, "Well, yeah, I mean, her mom ain't wrong.
right?
She was perfectly fucking California hot
You see,
before
who's,
she had all that shit done."
You see, who's hot again is Lohan. Have you seen her lately?
Oh yeah.
I mean, she undid whatever.
Hey, she did that fucking
Madonna riff.
like T-Mobile commercial, whatever the fuck ever, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Hey, look, we bring this guy up and we don't even know his name. Whoever this group of fucking Avengers that are taking these women that used to be gorgeous, got fucking body dysmorphia, had all this crazy work done, and then everybody's like, yo, what the fuck is going on with them?
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, come in, we'll fucking dial it back.
We
you
got
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah, Lohan's super hot.
We can't give you OEM parts, right? But we can, we'll have some good replicas.
Right.
And we'll bring you back to like not looking like a fucking alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's very clearly like, I got you.
Yeah.
Come on.
And whatever he's charging,
Right.
hey man, you're doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
You know, if somebody's like, if you're like, hey, if you wanted like Madonna, for instance, and she's like, for whatever her fucking crazy reason is, and she wants to have it done, it's like, yeah, I think we could do something, but
yeah,
it's gonna be like $1.5 million.
Right.
And and if he can take Madonna back.
Right, because it's been a long time. Of weird looking.
I'm just saying, look, the guy doesn't have to advertise. It's like,
no, that's the
they're
advertisement.
walking billboards.
Yeah.
Especially what they were and what he fucking brought them back to.
You just put like Kris Jenner, Madonna, Lohan, put them all next to each other and be like, that's me.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, do you want to make a commercial?
He could just have their before and after photos on a billboard in Los Angeles and just have a phone number.
Just a phone number, nothing else. No name, no address.
You don't have to be like your boy Comey.
Yeah,
your boy David Comey with dreadlocks, or the fucking Texas Hammer where he's on the fucking billboards,
or fucking Thomas J. looking behind him. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, Thomas J. Henry.
What's behind Thomas J. Henry?
A green screen. There's nothing behind Thomas.
He's just like, who's sneaking up behind this guy?
I mean,
those billboards are confusing
considering
as
all
shit.
those judgments he got, he might have made some enemies, you know what I mean? Maybe there's some, some fucking trucking company that went bankrupt because Thomas J got a hold of him.
And you see these other guys like me. There's the lawyer that looks like if I went not this way. It's Lorenz and Lorenz.
And this is no insult, but you look like you could be like a junior associate at fucking Comey's law firm.
Oh, for sure, dude. There's definitely that. Hey, David, I like you, man. I'm sorry I didn't join your band, but I'm a big fan.
Yo, it's not a dig.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if I walked into Comey's law firm
and you saw me
and you come out of your office with like a fucking black blazer, on and like a fucking Romeo and Juliet DiCaprio shirt underneath.
Too many necklaces,
And you're like in leather pants with like fucking bright blue boots.
And it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday. Because I got a meeting.
On a Wednesday afternoon, you're just strolling out and you're like, hey, I'm John Deshawn. I'm an attorney here. Hey, would you like to come back and let's discuss what's going on, right?
Yeah. And offer you water, but it's liquid death.
Look, they walk in already. First of all, when you see the billboards, you're already gonna like kind of imagine what a fucking law office that guy runs is gonna be when you go in. You know what I mean? So you already got like,
you already know.
It's like going to an Ozzy Osbourne concert, right?
Yeah.
Right, you're going in. It's Ozzy Osbourne.
Right.
It's probably gonna be fucking crazy. Right. So they have that that notion of like, so if I see like fucking a goth secretary, a vampire
she's
secretary,
in a corset with fangs,
right? Yeah, you come in, there's like a 25-year-old pale white dude, real thin, wearing like a black suit with a red shirt and tie, and you're like, oh, okay.
Okay. I see what's happening here.
And then John, you fucking just stroll out.
I've got a manila folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have a manila folder. You'd have like this like black leather bondage like portfolio. You know what I mean? Come on. You got
too much. You know what I mean? It's like, God, man, you don't gotta
but I'm
do
just
it all.
saying, if you see the guy, I'm not saying this in a derogatory way.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Trust me.
I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that you go in and the secretary is like a 7-foot dominatrix.
Right.
You know, asking if you'd like a Keurig.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Asking if you wanted an iced coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that's the deal.
Look, circling it back around the two hot broads. I mean, like I said, I hope they got paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I genuinely, this is wholeheartedly, especially once like I got to see her.
You can't undersell all the hard work. I mean, look, I'm saying this is partly for Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Because as much, look, it never swayed my love for her. The thicker she got.
No.
Right?
Didn't care.
Thick.
Right.
In fucking Mandalorian. Okay with me.
She looked tough in that too.
Yeah. Right.
But
the work she put in to get like in fighting shape.
Crazy.
Hey man, commendable. Whatever money she earned from Netflix for all that hard work, I think she was fairly compensated.
I like how she handled it, but I felt bad for her when instantly after the fight, she's like, I didn't even get to hit. She's like, I really wanted. She goes, now I have all that in me, and I didn't get to get it out. So I really wished I could either do it again, get a second chance, or do another fight, because now that fire is back in me. Kind of like Tyson when he was like, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore, and then he did, and then he was just like, let's go.
Yeah.
And you're all, what? And he's like, got that tiger. He goes back. It's
I
like,
don't know, Paulie. I still got a little something in the basement. You know what I mean?
Heartburn? Yeah.
A
little indigestion.
Fucking Italian beef sandwiches you fucking eat.
But I did feel bad for her, because I bet you sit there and train. You're like, all right, I'm gonna. And then it's like when you watch the slow of that fist and missing Rhonda, you're like, oh shit. If you would have landed that, right, Rhonda would have felt all of that impact, because that image with all of her vascular and the fist, and it's like
she was sending it, bro.
I mean, it was paper thin away from Rhonda's face, and then Rhonda's like, guess what?
That just tells you like fighting, right?
Yes.
It's like, how many boxing matches have we watched between us where people's been KO'd, and when you see the replay, how millimeters in some instances where a punch misses. And then the other guy just landed the other one. You know what I mean?
100%.
And, it's that one moment. Hey, look, you got to expect that in boxing, actually.
Yes.
It's like you got to expect to get hit, but you just hope that you land first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you land square, and that it's enough, because they're coming for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so if you don't land and they do, hey, man.
Yeah.
If it goes lights out, that's just fucking boxing. You
100%.
know what I mean?
Yes.
It wasn't like that shit with fucking Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul.
Man.
Where he was clearly outmatched.
Yeah. He's on his knees for half the match. Jesus.
Yeah. And it was just like, but look, Anthony, look, I'm not trying to go back into another podcast, but he got almost $100 million for knocking the ever-loving shit out of Jake Paul.
Yeah.
He was fairly compensated. Because I think anybody would have, like, hey, would you hit Jake Paul square in the face with all your might for $100 million?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't have nothing against the
guy. I don't
even
have anything against the guy, but
it's like those clips that go around on Instagram where they're like, babe, women are asking their husbands, hey, babe, would you punch me in the face for $1 billion? And they're like, I would destroy you.
Yeah.
For $1 billion. I wouldn't kill you. But I would fucking knock the ever-loving shit out of you.
Right.
And I think look, I don't know. If it was the same thing around and my girlfriend or wife asked me, hey, would you be mad if I hit you in the face for $1 billion?
Right.
I said, I would be mad if you didn't.
I'd be mad if you didn't.
Look, I'll do one of those things where I kind of hunch over and turn my jaw to one side where it's all exposed.
Right.
Take a run and start.
Yeah.
I don't care if I if I wake up a billionaire. Yeah, I'll take it's that fine. Lick. Yeah. No problem.
It's fine. There's so many variables that you're just like, nah, it'll be all right. You know what I mean? It's fine.
I mean, it's like, oh, but you got to hit me as hard as you can.
Right.
I was like, you can take one.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like the hope is like you married like some kind of softball or field hockey star. Yeah. Right. That's probably maybe taking some shots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be like, hey, this ain't gonna be nothing more than you getting hit with a fucking field hockey stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You won't have a helmet on.
Right.
I get it.
But we'll work it out.
Right. Hey, look, CTE won't be for years down the road.
Just
to think of all the medical advances that they'll have by the time, and if we're billionaires,
we can afford them.
Yeah. We'll get you the best treatment.
I'll get you the turkey, whatever it is they're doing over there. Right?
Hair plants, miracle CTE
Stem
cures.
Cell, whatever weird peptides, whatever. It's fine.
I never forget that episode where Melly Mel was on Rogan talking about stem cell injections and how it helped his dad.
Yeah.
Man, I think, I don't know if I want it to be true.
Right.
I don't know if it is true, but I want it to be, is what I should say. Because, that would just be fucking rad if they just figured out how to...
Dude, they're getting better and better every day.
Grow some fucking miracle cells that can just inject into your knees and hip and just fucking...
Yeah.
It's like almost like nanites,
you know, 100%.
When they talk about that, having that ability, like
100%.
You'd sign up tomorrow if they were like, "Hey, we got these golden stem cells and we're going to shoot them right in your eyeball."
Okay, fine.
And in 3 weeks, you're going to regain sight.
Okay,
be like,
go for it.
Yeah. Do you need me to give up another organ?
Right.
I'll give up
something else.
I'll give up a kidney if it meant that I'd give my eye back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'd go watch Avatar, the first one. And see what it was like, right? And then decide then if I like the movie. Because I like Avatar 2 and 3. I just want to go back and watch Avatar 1 and 3D and be like, that's what you guys were so excited about?
Look at this. Look, and it sounds like this is an honest, because I always think, like, when I go to the movies and where I sit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
And, like, we're going to get to it in a little while, but I went to go see the Mandalorian and Grogu.
In theaters now, folks.
In theaters now. Go see it. It's great, but I'll expand on that later. But I always think, like, man, today, mm-hmm. right? If I called you and be like, hey, man, do you want to go to the movies? Go to, like, an early show, not something crazy. You know what I mean? And then I go... And then I was like, oh, man. Well, I was thinking one time, I was like, oh, man, me and John should go see it in IMAX.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm looking at the seats and I'm like, man. And here's the thing, all the things are in all the front stuff was kind of full.
Yeah.
Only thing we were left open were those seats that were like right up next to the screen where you're watching at a head tilt. And I was just like, fuck, man.
Remember that thing in the 90s where you watched TV and they pan and scanned? And the screen would freeze for 2 seconds, and then it would just pan across.
Like they're watching security footage.
To the other dude.
Yeah.
And then it would pause and then freeze and pan back to the other side. You're like, man, this is weird. I don't remember any movie ever doing this. And they're like...
John was okay with it.
I'm like, hey, man, this is the first time I saw this. That's the first time I saw it.
Back to my original point, and I took this side road to say, like, it's not a dig, but it's like, I forget that it's not that you haven't seen Avatar. You just haven't seen all of Avatar.
Right, I just saw parts of it.
Not the length, the entirety of the movie, but actually, like, the whole
middle.
16:9. That's what you're missing.
Yeah, that's why when Zack Snyder was like, hey, what do you think about square and tall? I'm like, all right, man, hey, what do we got?
Yeah,
I could look up and down.
It's like I come in here and you're sitting in a chair and it looks like you're thinking. It's like, no, it's because I'm watching, got the good one pointed.
Dude, Like I remember wondering the other day, like I was looking at a vertical monitor. I'm like, yeah, but why? But then in my head, I was like, I don't know. I could get behind this. It's like,
hey, in some applications that could be,
right.
To your advantage.
Exactly.
I get that, right?
It's a good movie. I'm seeing all of it, right?
Right.
Whereas, I mean, hell, dude, it was the coolest experience of my life to go to Wizard of Oz at the Sphere a few weeks back. And I was floored. Nicole was floored. The audience was beyond floored. And as exciting as everything was, there were moments where I was slightly less floored than everybody else, right? Because it's like I have to do a lot more human panning. Now, I will say
you had to do your own pan and scan.
I will say though is that I was smiling a lot more than other people because genuinely, this is a true story. It's one of the few times in life when I get to feel what y'all feel all the time. So it's not exciting. But for me, it's super exciting because it's like, oh, is this what 3D world actually feels like all the time?
Right.
Because for me, it's always like an episode of The Simpsons, right? It's like that's how life kind of looks. It's side-scrolling. It's one-dimensional. There's no shadow. Everything's just...
Right.
But then it's like, I'm watching this shit, and like a tornado came at me. And it was like, well, that... And there's wind blowing. And I'm like, oh, this is what it would really... The world must feel like for normal people. All right. So I was super happy with that.
Look, if I might put on my doctor hat, that's what I'm saying is like those extrasensory things that you felt kind of helped you fill in the gaps of what you couldn't see 100%. Physically.
Yes.
So you still had a better experience because everybody else was fortunate to have the whole kit and caboodle, but you have half of one and all of everything else. I mean,
right.
It's still a good experience, I would imagine.
It was fucking great. But, so, I don't know how we got here.
Yeah.
But, yes.
Anyway.
IMAX, Grogu, Mandalorian.
To put a bow in Carano Rousey.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think, look, cause she was a striker.
Right. I want to see Georgina fight again. I really do. I want to see her fight somebody that's a fighter.
I think she needs to kind of like maybe move into like boxing.
Yeah.
Where it's something pure like boxing, right? And it's not wrestling, right? It's not, mixed martial arts. It's, mano a mano.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
some sort of striking situation.
Yeah. I don't want to see her go into bare knuckle and fuck up part of why I love her.
Destroy her face.
Right? But I could see her...
Dude. I'll tell you a bare knuckle story in a minute.
I could tell you to get her, into like professional female boxing. I mean, if I was Jake Paul, I would say, hey, you kind of got outdone by judo pretty quick.
Right.
But you was throwing hands.
Yep.
Right? Let me put you in some matches the next time,
Yep.
I'm not saying that he has to fight, but I mean,
for sure,
he usually gets involved because that's going to be the draw, and then we get somebody that has like Carano clout and a following versus some other professional boxer female, and just have them go out. You know what I mean? And then let them get a little piece of put her in there before we kind of count her out as a fighter.
Yes.
Because you can be a great striker and suck at judo, and there's been, men and women that have gotten 100%. By on that and have become great and are great. Don't count her out just yet. Put her in a female boxing match.
Yeah. Well, like that, and that's the thing. I remember the internet. I mean, not remember, but throughout the last 2 weeks, everybody on the internet has done this thing where they're like, "Oh, shocking! It was fixed because." She's been posting videos of her doing that move over and over, and I'm like, well, A, that's her number one move. B,
she's training without the fucking armbar.
She's training to fight a striker, so her every video is going to be her trying to take every training session is going to be her going, duck the punch, knock him down, duck the punch, knock him down, and they're like, yeah, well, this is why it's fake. I'm like, no. This is her training exactly for what it's supposed to do. This would be like you saying that the fucking bobsled team won, and you're like, well, yeah, well, that's what it's like, right? They trained for winning. That's the point, right? If I go and practice football and then win football, that's the point. Well, she knew this chick is gonna throw fast, hard punches, and she's like, I gotta I just got to avoid a punch and get this chick to the ground.
Get Carano with fucking Floyd Mayweather Sr., right? Teach her defense.
Yeah.
And get her with fucking that Scar dude, that Tony, the Atlas guy that trained with Tyson.
Right.
He teaches her how to fucking strike, right? He teaches her boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Floyd Sr. teaches her how to be defensive. Yep. I mean, because Jesus, his son was never a hard puncher.
Right.
But you couldn't hit the motherfucker. You know what I mean? You couldn't land a shot.
100%.
That's why he didn't lose, is because he never had himself in a situation where he's going to take a fucking hard shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had some knockouts, but he wasn't a knockout artist.
No, that's how you, as much as people love to shit on various goats there are, but it's like, yeah, man, but that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like, that is the goal. People are all like, well, no, man, because Jordan didn't make, 100 million threes.
She was like an Olympian judo. Dude, judo's not about striking.
6 years old, she's been doing this shit.
Judo is not a striking, fucking face striking sport.
She's got this thing, and it's like with John Jones, they're like, well, he never faced like opponent. It's like, dude, he's never lost, and the one lose wasn't really a loss. It's like it was a draw or whatever, or cancel. But it's like, hey, man, he gets the GOAT for winning all the time.
When you have a wrestler like a MMA wrestler, and you have an MMA striker like John Jones, right? Mm-hmm. His whole game plan is to not get grappled.
That's it.
The wrestler's whole game is grapple.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's where the cat and mouse comes in, is how does a striker stay away from getting on the ground where he's going to lose because he just doesn't have enough of the skill. He probably knows some.
Right.
To the other person trying to say, hey, I need to stay away from them shots because it's going to be lights out if he lands one, because, that's been his fucking resume. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, and the other thing with the internet people, when they were like, this is proof that it's fixed because look at it, it only lasted this long. And it's like, oh, you don't know Ronda then, because this is kind of par for course for her career. She did this often. This was her thing.
There's a lot of 50 and 60-year-old motherfuckers that paid $100 for a 31-second fight with fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah. My brother and I were talking about it the other day, because it's like, I will never forget that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I will never forget hearing my uncle say the F word in front of the whole family, because it was like he just shelled out $100. Every family member's there trying to watch Tyson. And it's one punch.
Not imagining back then they probably shelled out $40-$50 for fucking food and shit to invite everybody over. So they're $150 in for a 31 fucking second fight.
Yeah. And we've already stomached a bunch of prelims, you know what I mean? Some shitty fights that lasted too long, that were boring. And then it's like Tyson walks in, there's all the fucking music's going on, there's lights. Yeah. And then he just walks in, hits, show's over, and they're like, what the fuck? And I just remember when I'm going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
I just spent $150 fucking all around.
I'm over there just charcuterieing,
Yeah. Well, that was me. I was a fat ass kid. I spent all the prelim fights fucking eating fucking Velveeta cheese dip. I didn't give a fuck. And then they're like, the fight is starting. And they're like, oh, it's over. And I'm like, all right. And I get my fat ass back up and go right back to the little fucking food table.
I'll be at the food table if you need me.
Hey, whoever made these poppers, by the way, these jalapeno poppers, they fucking rock.
Everybody's got a family member that can popper it up.
Oh, yeah.
You know who brought them, how they got there. But
my thing is I've always been like the protein. I'm the meat guy.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I'm the one barbecuing. I'm the one doing the ribs, sausage, chicken, whatever. Somebody else is, look, this is where I focus.
Right.
I have to depend on other people to make potato salad, baked beans, all the shit that comes, all the sides.
Right.
That's like when I go to like a barbecue place. If you're good at, if you figure it out and you can give pretty tasty, juicy barbecue.
Yeah.
You get that, you tune that in, and you got it dialed in. Okay, that's great. Because there's a lot of places that serve pretty good barbecue, right? How they take it over the top is how you get, like, that potato salad was fucking off the hook.
Right.
Or that, street corn fucking corn salad or whatever.
Here? What the fuck? This is delicious. Yeah.
Right. That's where, the cream rises to the top. Because you can work hard enough and get a really good beef product or, pork or whatever, where you level up is what you got going on the side.
I hear about that with the banana pudding over at Bubby's. I hear that they have some banana crumble pudding thing that people are like.
And it's so indulgent to go eat, fatty brisket, pork ribs, sausage, chicken, potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw, whatever, choose your poison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you fucking end it with a fucking, and look, I'll hang on to a fucking relationship with a girl if she's just fucking killing it, or her mama's killing it with banana pudding. I'll fucking stick around.
Stick around. What do we got here?
I mean, she's kind of a judgmental bitch, but her fucking mom, dude,
but
her mom can throw down, and her banana pudding's fucking off the chain.
Yeah, it changes things.
I'll stick it out, baby. We can work it out. You know what I mean? Hey, it's just obstacles for us to overcome.
Oh, yeah. Well, a few weeks back, again, in Vegas, it's like we ended up at one of the casino buffets, and it's like everything's just delicious.
Yeah.
Everything is just delicious. And it's like, I'm going to keep going back. And it's like, hey, how much fucking beef can you eat? It's like, I don't know, dude, but this guy's got 8 different ways to serve it.
Yeah.
And they're all delicious. I'm going to just keep doing this.
See, that's the one thing, and this is just me being a lifelong fatty, is that, the idea of losing money doesn't excite me.
Right.
Right? But all those fucking endless fucking TV shows where they go, this episode, we're going to explore one of the number one buffet in Las Vegas. And I'm like, that's where it's at. Sweating my balls off and flying.
Last weekend, we visited Houston family. And like, while we're there, there's we went to this hibachi grill and buffet joint, right? And like,
come on.
Nicole comes back with some salad on a plate, and I'm like, hey, that's not happening today, right? We're not leafy green, and we're not filling. I'm not, right? There's no part of me that's like, hey, let's fill up on.
No, I know
some ranch.
I know I'm going into this getting indigestion.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm over there saying, what did we do here? They're like, yeah, that's coconut grilled shrimp. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
I'll take that, right?
How many can I have?
I just keep going. You know what I mean? It's like the amount of bao that I ate.
What's the cutoff?
Right? I've never eaten that much bao in my life, but they had it, and it was so good that I was like, well, I'm going to keep doing that.
The one time I ever really kind of eaten until I made myself sick was like dim sum.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Where these, and especially the place I went where these very beautiful Asian women are pushing carts, wanting you to, eat their bao.
Right. Yeah.
And I'd eat their bao happily.
Yeah.
Or, coconut shrimp or whatever the fuck it is they're serving. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you go, how in the fuck did I spend $120?
Oh, I did a few years back. We did it. My boy had his birthday party at a Brazilian steakhouse where they just walk up and hand you piles of meat, and they're just shaving it off, cutting it off, dripping it off, or whatever. And I'm just like, so how does this work? They're like, yeah, just keep getting more. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like me and my brother have been kind of circling going to a Brazilian steakhouse, not because
it's so good.
It's like, I think we need a third. Like, we need a designated driver.
Oh, yeah, you need a logical person, too. Yeah.
It's like, I think we're going to go, we're going to get our sister involved and go and be like, not only will she kind of like, maybe it's like, really? That's got to be 6 pounds of meat. And
well,
you're right.
The wife
then she can also drive because we're going to be in no shape.
Yeah.
The fucking drive.
I look at logic things when I'm at these things, right? And then there was at one point I looked over and the wife's plate had like 2 boiled eggs on it. And I'm like, that's not happening, right? Because we both know how filling that is. It's like that whole job is to like get in your belly and be like, and expand. And it's like, I'm not wasting an ounce of my body right here. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a boiled egg or a deviled egg.
Everything is being diverted to the worst.
It's like,
the worst but most tasty shit you can find.
Yeah, where's the saturated steak? Right?
I'm not here for fucking. I can have boiled eggs at home.
Right? I get this at 7-Eleven in a bag. All right. For 99 cents.
Yeah, no. If I'm dropping out fucking over $20, You know, no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
dude.
I'm not here to be like. I heard they got a great salad bar. I was like, well, you can fucking wait in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. Lincoln comes back with a square of Jello. I'm like, this is not. Bobby, you try this Jello? Nope.
No,
No, absolutely not.
I have no interest other than carnivore.
There's a guy
You know what I
shaving
mean?
teriyaki steak off a stick over there.
And you want fucking
That's where
Jello?
I'm going. You want a block of Jello? All right, have at it. Guess what?
Daddy's raising his cholesterol.
Yeah. It was so
You can eat Jello all you want. You know, kids get a pass, right?
Right, kids get a pass.
You just want them to have calories,
Just get
especially
food
your
in your
kids,
body.
right?
Yeah, just eat something.
Just get some kind of nutrients. I don't care if it's fucking corn syrup. Just fucking put something in your stomach.
I don't know how we had 2 non-eaters. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, what? What are you guys doing? Nobody wants to eat?
Yeah, it's like, I know, look, me and my brother go to this place in Austin, and we get there, look, there's no verbal communication. I know where I'm going. He knows where he's going.
Yeah, dude.
Right? You know what I mean? And we're not going to like fucking vegetarian spring rolls.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not doing it.
I need the crunch, and I mean the crunch of like deep fried egg rolls, not crunch of like spring salad in a fucking vegan spring roll.
We have no problem, the wife and I, doing this is a military mission. We separate, right? There's no like, you see those couples that got to like wander up to the buffet together and follow each other and
It's like you're in a chopper and the pilot goes, we're 30 minutes out, Captain.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, all right, guys, listen up.
Yeah.
We're going to exfil, infill right here.
I know the deal. She's going to go to vegetarian spring rolls, right?
Yeah.
She's going to go over there and see all the stuff with all the little flavors. And it's like, cool. I'm going to go find the dude with meat. Right?
Yeah.
Wherever the dude with meat is. And, is this spicy shrimp? Guess what? I'll take that.
Right.
Too.
So my brother's going to the sushi part.
Right.
I get around and it's like I walk through like all the like the rice and noodles, and on this side they have like all the salad and bean salad and all kind of like Thai dishes or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And then I make a curve and it's just glistening, shiny General Chow, fucking Kung Pao chicken, all that shit. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. Dude, anytime I can see a skewer, right? It's like, hey, was this meat on a stick? Gimme.
Yeah.
Right? Skewer me up.
It's like we go to this Mediterranean place, and so you're like, well, I'm getting falafel. I'm getting fucking, hero or gyro.
Yeah, dude,
but
to lamb it up. Right.
Lamb, chicken. You know, I don't give a shit about the 12 rices that they have. I skip all the rice and bean salad. I go right to the meat and bread. And then I circle back around to the tzatziki.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Oh,
hey.
And they got the best fucking like oven fired cauliflower that's seasoned. Tastes just like potatoes.
Great. Yeah. Your jasmine and curry rices, right?
No interest.
See, right? I get it. They sure do taste good, right? And if it's on the bottom of my meat, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
If it's a bed of rice and there's a bunch of pile of edible stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's like Mediterranean or Chinese. It's like I might get some.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be
it's just there.
A 1/4 millimeter of fucking rice, just so.
Yeah, it's not the course.
The meat's not touching the plate.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's like helping sop up some teriyaki juice.
Yeah, it's only there because I want to get to that bottom piece that's been sitting on top of the rice and it's all kind of congealed together.
Dude,
that's
delicious.
For.
It's got all the flavors.
I'm not trying to eat fucking
dude,
bean salad at a all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Fuck that.
No, dude. Well, even like Winchester. Right, when you're out at Winchester, it's like the steak's gonna be delicious. I've never been disappointed at Winchester.
Right,
not once. Right, and then their salad bar, it's like a normal salad bar, but there's this they love their bean soup bowl there. Right,
and
they're like,
yeah.
Hey, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. They're like, here's the bowl for the bean soup, and I'm like, look. I'm about to have 24 ounces of some sort of 3-day marinated 8 herbs and spices
save
steak.
the dishwasher some time and not fill this bowl. Just put it back in the rack. Yeah.
I'm not chugging up on some beans right now, And they're like, well, we also have like our cold lima bean paste thing. It's like, I'm not eating that, right?
No.
Not because I'm against it, right? Because at home,
this is not that kind of meal.
If I got home and it goes like, oh hey, this is this lima beans, I'd be like, oh that's cool. It's like a dip. That's cool.
Sure,
yeah, thanks. Right, but I'm there.
I'm sure somebody else will enjoy it, but rest assured, good sir, it's wasted on me because my mission
100%
is a fucking 24-ounce ribeye,
dude. And the best part about Winters, they have this amazing steak Alfredo dish. I don't know if you've ever seen it or had it, but it's the best thing in the world. I'm a big Alfredo fan, but they have one that's marinated in steak sauce and butter on the Alfredo.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I'll get that.
Look,
and
I
so
love
when
Alfredo.
they're like, hey, here's some beans, I'm like,
yeah.
No,
thank you.
I don't want your pasta salad. Okay, that's not.
I go
why
to a steakhouse, I mean steak.
Yeah.
I go to Chinese food restaurant, I mean Chinese food. And I'm not talking about like that fucking Thai fucking bean sprout fucking shit. I'm talking about orange chicken, General Tao, fucking Kung Pao chicken. I'm going with the classics.
Dude, my brother did this one time. He had come to visit me in Austin, and he's telling me about the 3 different taco joints they might go to or stop at. I suggest one. I'm like, hey, you got to go to this one. It's amazing, right? Because I'm thinking he's getting tacos. He comes back and he goes, yeah, weren't that impressed. I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, keep in mind, I just said Austin. He goes, man, we had the tilapia tacos and the salmon tacos. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Hey, who told you to do that? Who told you to come to fucking Austin in the middle of Texas?
Pollo asada.
Dude, I meant get the carnitas, right? I meant get the queso, which uses 4 different cheeses, I meant get the pastor, which was like a fresh pineapple dripping onto it. The barbacoa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I meant tacos. I didn't say go to get some Del Mar, California fish tacos, right?
Some seaside fucking fish tacos in California.
You guys, seafood's not so great. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mean in the middle of fucking Texas?
Yeah.
Do you mean nowhere near the coast? You mean 3.5 hours?
Hey, look, you want to get fucking fish
water?
and shrimp tacos in fucking Corpus Christi or Galveston?
Dude, they're delicious.
They're right at the source.
That's the place to do it, right? Like shrimp Alfredo.
But if you want good meat street tacos and you go in Austin, you're not getting that shit.
What are you doing?
Inland?
Dude.
You get that shit at the coast. It
infuriates me. Right?
And then you want to talk shit about it. It's like,
and he was just like,
well, you ate the wrong stuff.
That's what I said. I was like, no, this was a you thing. He's like, I don't know. We weren't that impressed. I was like, no. I didn't realize you didn't know how to order. I thought you knew when you're on the coast, you go fish. When you're in the middle of nothing.
I knew a guy that was so in love with some restaurant on the coast that made like the greatest, in his opinion, the greatest carne asada in the world.
Right.
That when he would go visit, he would bring back tubs.
Oh, yeah.
And like freeze them.
Right.
Because he loved it so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, you wouldn't think you would find like good beef dishes closer to the coast or on the coast, but you can find it, and he loved it so much that he brought that shit back with him, into the middle of Texas.
And we had a real hard time finding, and I at one point didn't even try, I was like, this is never gonna, but like, and we found an okay place, but when we were in Utah, and it's like, the Mexican food there was laughable. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't expecting more, right? I knew. I'm like,
well,
hey, there's not a Mexican in 700 miles. It was the first time I went to a Mexican joint.
First of all, you need to think of if you're expecting to go into a Mexican restaurant in the whitest state.
Dude, the whitest state. There wasn't even the kitchen staff. It was the first time that the kitchen staff was entirely white. And I don't mean the felon busboy, right? I don't mean that with a face tat. I don't mean that, the skinny, tall felon.
The meth
busboy, right. I don't mean that guy that's recovering, okay? He's on a program. I'm not talking about that guy. Every restaurant has that guy. That guy's fine, right? The white felon, that's a common restaurant.
Washing dishes, busting tables.
We get it, He might know how to cook a little bit, but he's, No, the restaurant, the waitresses, the hostess, the cook, everybody there was just a Utah white. And I was like,
they were Utah honkies.
Bro. And so, like, when the rice came out and it was just rice, I was like, yeah, I didn't expect more. You guys are doing,
You expected spice and flavor in the most blandest fucking steak
canned enchilada sauce is what you got. And it was like, hey, I ate, so there you go.
It's like
I'm not hungry anymore.
I remember one time me and my brother went to this noodle place like on the outskirts of Houston. Mm-hmm. And from the outside, you would think that it was like you're walking into like a trap house.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's going to be the best.
And it was.
It's gonna be the best.
It was.
Yeah.
Right? None of the kitchen spoke Spanish. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because there's some great fucking, Mexican cooks out there that do Chinese food that do it well.
Right.
It was especially in Texas. That's mostly what you're going to find in the kitchen, right? Yeah. And God bless them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're in there doing it up. Mm-hmm. But you walk into a Mexican restaurant and there's no Spanish, there's no fucking soccer game on, there's no fucking Mexican music being blasted from the kitchen. Yeah. There's not like fucking 12 Mexican dudes, men and women in a kitchen talking shit to each other while they're cooking and flames are going up.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't get good Mexican food there, you should have seen the signs.
You should have seen the signs. 100%.
Fucking read the room. I walk into a Chinese place and there's no Spanish. It's all fucking Mandarin going on in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's fixing to fucking go down.
We did it outside of La Jolla in California, and it was the same deal. It was a strip center with a cleaners, a cell phone joint, right? And it was and then this tiny burglar barred, door. And it was it's
is this a restaurant or a cash checking?
Yeah, dude. 100%. Yo, yeah, dude. Money check was on the opposite side, right? You can do whatever weird
cashing place or a fucking restaurant.
Money laundering was happening on both sides of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Same realtor, right? So it's I see what it is.
Same shell corporation owned by a cartel.
But you walk in there and it was just you felt like you didn't belong, right? It was dark. There were only 4 tables. And the lady was mad that you walked in. And I was like, oh, this is going to be delicious.
Oh, it's going to change your world.
She was just, and she walked up, she's mean as shit. She's like, drink, And I was like, Dr. Pepper? She's like, stares at me. I'm like, oh, that's right. We're outside of San Diego. No, that's not happening. And I was like, oh, Coke? She's like, Pepsi? It's like, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right? So that's all. With 2 Pepsis. And then this lady came back and hands you the menu, and she just stares at you like, let's go.
Yeah.
But then the food came out, and we were like,
oh, shit.
What the fuck? And I was like, what's back there? Who is cooking this? What 5-star Michelin? This is insane.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was scary as beans. You know what I mean?
It's like if I go to a place at one of those, Mongolian steakhouses.
Yeah.
It's kind of like hibachi, but you're not up front row. They're just you say, hey, I want teriyaki beef and noodles, and you watch them on this fucking giant stone.
Yeah.
Cook all your shit. Man, I get excited if it's an Asian dude.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's like, ching, 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 ching. You hear them fucking spatulas clinking.
I'm sending a white girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What is this shit?
I'll either take, fucking Shang-Chi or whoever, or Jose, as long as, they're fucking getting after it. You know what I mean? But I prefer to have a cultural cook.
Give me the thing that I've said this a million times, and it's not because it's in Bastrop and close, but Bassano's Italian in Bastrop is amazing. It's really great Italian food, and everyone's like, oh, is it? And I'm like, yeah, but when you go in there, you realize the owner, the cooks, and 90% of the wait staff, Italian, right? And they have a spinoff in LaGrange, same deal. It's like, hey, these are Italian people. Your food is delicious. But then he comes out, how was it? It's like, oh, this.
Well, it's like, it's like if you're in Italy and you want to know a great place to go, you don't ask another tourist.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you ask the fucking cab driver. Yeah. It's like, hey man, I want some good fucking pasta and red sauce. You know a place?
Yeah, my mom's house.
My cousin. Yeah. My cousin, my sister.
He's got a bistro.
Yeah,
in between.
My sister has a restaurant. It's real close. I can take you there.
Yeah.
And you're like, done, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, to be in Italy and get invited back to somebody's house.
That'd be the best thing in the world.
And have fucking Nona.
Yeah.
Just fucking throw it down and make you an incredible Italian meal.
I was playing a show in Mexico.
Fuck Airbnb. I want to stay with a family. I don't want to.
Sure.
I want to be like a foreign exchange student. I just want to fucking show up.
Yes.
And wake up every day and fucking take a nap in the middle of the day like they all do, and then fucking eat great food. At night, at 11 p.m., you're fucking having dinner.
It's 3 hours of dinner, You're like, what is going on here? They took a nap and have dinner at midnight?
I want some uncle that showed up. He used to be, in the mafia and just gets hammered on wine and they have to, carry him to the car at, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
We'll see you for breakfast at 11.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have a weird time set.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
Man, that was a tangent.
It's all good.
We got to bring. Well, I think we finished the Ronda Rousey thing.
Hey, man, she did great.
Gina Carano.
I wished it would have lasted longer, but that's only for my own selfishness. And hey, I didn't pay anything for it, so it's not like I'm out money. But I love them both. It's not like I walked away not a fan of either one, right?
Yeah.
One even said, she goes, "Hey, I lost, but I won. Look, I was 100 pounds heavier a week ago, and now look at me."
Yeah, she really got down, and like I said, for whatever she got paid and the amount of hard work and transformation that she showed, well compensated.
And the I don't give a shit, even if it was a fixed fight, which it wasn't, FYI. But if it was, hey man,
newsflash,
no woman alive can get you in an armbar faster than that chick. It's just like, if she's got if her vision kicks in and she's like, "There's my opening." Yeah, dude, that's why it was so funny when she did it in Entourage. It's like Turtle gets in there and Turtle's like, "Yo, man, I box a little," and then she's like, "Armbar." It's like, yep, that's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, come on, what are we doing?
I've always said it because people are always like, "Well, if you got it," it's like, hey, Ronda would kill me. I don't know how to tell you this in seconds.
Yeah, there's so, I mean, like I said, for as much people want to hate on Jake Paul, I mean, give Carano a year and then put her in with that Rodriguez chick that Jake Paul always has open, like in the prelims for his fights. Yeah. Amanda Rodriguez, I think is her name. Put her in there with another boxer and have them fucking strike it out, dude.
Put her with Paige Van Zandt just because.
Oh, yeah. But none of that bare knuckle shit.
No, not the bare knuckle shit. No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want them getting destroyed.
No, I don't want them to get fucking scars.
It's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put some fucking 12-ounce gloves on them and let them fucking get in the ring and duke it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I don't want to sound sexist, but just the idea of like one of the hottest fighters, just getting into a sport where there's no protection. Right. You know what I mean?
Don't do it.
And she's just getting fucking mollywopped and getting her face distorted from bruising and swelling. No. We don't want none of that. We're not fucking savages. You know what I mean? Hey, dude, scars work on dudes.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get some cauliflower ear on a dude, it's dope.
There's only like certain scenarios with like scars on women where it kind of adds to their allure. Right. Right, guys can just fucking get their whole fucking face marred. I mean, fucking Mickey Rourke was still fucking pulling tail
100%.
After he got his fucking face smashed in from trying to box.
Yeah. What's his face? Fucking Sons of Anarchy with his Joker.
Oh, Jibs?
Yeah.
Or Chibs?
Chibs, yeah.
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah, but that guy was like already like a handsome fucking Irishman.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
This cool.
It's like, look, if fucking Colin Farrell got fucking waylaid and had like some kind of like gnarly scar on his eye, right? Yeah. It would just only make that handsome motherfucker more handsome.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like,
Momoa's got some eyebrow scarred. You know what I mean? It's like,
you know what I mean? See. Yeah, there's no shortage of vaginal dryness when they go to see him in a fucking movie theater. You know what I mean? He'd be all fucking scarred up. Right. That dude fucking, even for me, I have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
No matter how many fucking
I
scars.
feel weird.
Yeah, I don't mean, more scars would probably fucking make me be more questioning what the fuck was going on.
I don't know, man. It was late.
I mean, I know I love girls, but I mean, goddamn, that Momoa motherfucker.
I was sleepy. I was a little tired. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'd eaten a little too much.
I just must have been tired. I was tired enough that, the homosexual started to fucking creep in.
You know how it is.
That's why you need 9 hours of sleep to keep the homo thoughts away.
That's how that works. Vitamin D from the sunlight.
Right. I'm not getting enough sunlight. I'm starting to think I'm homosexual. It's funny that like how we jest,
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah. But somebody's like, "Oh man, maybe I need to get out more. maybe if I get more sun, I want to fucking blow the waiter at the restaurant close to my house
a little more." All right, so one last kill.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll
so
get to
what's
that.
the
We'll
deal?
save Mando and Grogu for the end.
No, we can do. Yeah. So you get. You find your self-worth again, and you get like a haircut and a cool jacket. That's. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick and ruin the ending, but like. Right, the whole movie's this whole like internal existential battle and crisis.
How much? How much cleanup do you need to find yourself back to being like a homicidal maniac?
That's what I'm saying.
But you're killing bad guys, so it's kind of like it's frowned upon, but not.
He's got this dope fade in the last 3 seconds of the movie.
Yeah,
right. It's like, hey, there's 19 minutes of credits coming because it's Disney, but there's 3 seconds left, and then he shows up and he's got like a fade with a line and this brand new jacket with a fresh paint, right? And I'm like, did you paint the skull or did you buy the jacket on Temu? Like, where'd you get this?
That's one of the facets of Frank Castle that people don't know is how expressively creative he is when he's fucking painting his.
It's artistic as fuck
when he starts painting his fucking vest.
But did he walk to the barber? Right, and go, hey, I know I'm wanted, and I just murdered this all of Little Sicily.
Yeah, right? I just murdered 27 people in my neighborhood.
There's only 50, and 30 of them are dead.
And then he pulls out a phone of some other guy, and he goes, "I want this haircut."
Yeah, he pulls out exactly, dude. It's like it's a picture of Bieber in 2012, and he's like, "Hey, can you give me this, but kind of with like a cool beard?"
Yeah,
and they're like.
Can you get all the length off and give me a nice fade and kind of bring my beard in a little?
And then they're like, oh hey, yeah, sure. And he's like, hey, do you know where they make like custom T-shirts? And they're like, oh yeah, the place next door. He's like, okay, they do like iron-ons and stuff.
Hey, quick question: is there an army surplus around here somewhere? Yeah. Bob has one down the street. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a jacket.
Yeah, it's like a block that way.
You got any screen printing in town?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What just happened? Like. What just happened, right? Like,
is that what you know? You know where the army surplus is? You know how to give me a fade?
Is that the haircut you want?
Is that the haircut I want? Is that what you know?
Can you do this? Can you? This? Can you do this? It's all
Can you tell me where a Hobby Lobby is so I can get some latex paint?
Exactly. Does he bust out Google to be like, hey, where's the nearest Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, what do you think? Is that what you know? Does that hardware store across the street that got 5 stars? Is it worth 5 stars? Is that what you know?
He's online doing ninja transfer, right? It's like, is this, what the fuck? Hey, who's this order for? Frank Castle and Little Sicily? It's like, what do we got to put? It's like, he wants a skull on an armored vest?
He sent a concept art.
It's a little weird, but...
There's a JPEG attached to what he wants.
That's all I'm saying, man.
You imagine Frank Castle writing an email to like a tailor?
Yes.
Be like, I need you to make me a bulletproof jacket. That's what I'm saying about there was a little bit of like, there was a big lull in One Last Kill, and they kind of spent part of the front half of the movie kind of like him going through his own fucking breakdown or whatever and shaking out of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least, like, the last 25 minutes of that, it's like fucking hell on wheels.
And I didn't mean to work.
And I'll take that.
Oh, me too. I didn't mean to work backwards to the front. But you know what I will say? Right off the bat. I don't know who directed it. But they made... I don't even know if it's arguable. Inarguably. One of the best soundtrack decisions you could have made. And that's not me just going, hey, yeah, I'm a fan, obviously. But... opening with Mother by Danzig. Tell your children not to walk my way as he's doing pull-ups with bloody hands, and then he does 20 more, right? Yeah. He looks at his hands and he's like crying because he's still emotional about whatever it is Frank's been emotional about.
I mean, fucking Frank was going through it. No question.
So he's like bawling his eyes out. He's shaking. He chugs a whiskey. His hands are covered in blood, and he's like, oh, let me do 20 more, right? And then it's like,
only pussies quit now,
mother. And I'm like, oh my God. And I've never found a better use of that song. Like every now and then a movie gets the soundtrack right when the right song comes on. And it's like play Ghost Rider when the Crow shows up. It's like, Motorcycle Hero, perfect.
Dude, one of my favorite episodes of anything that Marvel has done was when Iron Fist showed up in the second season of Luke Cage, and they're like in a warehouse fight.
Yeah.
And they just drop Wu-Tang in the background.
100%.
And you're like, oh, And that just goes to I mean, there's an Oscar category for soundtrack, and then there should be. You know what I mean? Because nothing enhances like a pretty good fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I have my issues with fucking Iron Fist, but when him and that Luke team up and they're dropping Wu-Tang and they're fighting like gangsters in a warehouse,
Oh, dude,
that seems like New York.
I watched. There's a bunch of them now on the internet because it's a thing you can do easily. But back in the day, there was a really funny. It's like, if I'm remembering correctly, it's like Ang Lee's Brokeback, and it's when they're having conversation. But instead of Ang Lee's score, they got Seinfeld soundtrack, and it's like, he's like, I can't quit you. It's so funny because you're like,
look, soundtrack changes the tone.
You really need a good
of most movies.
Watch a scary movie with it on mute. It's like 40% not scary.
Yeah,
because all of a sudden you don't hear that dissonant note telling you that Michael is in the corner.
Look,
instead, it's like,
nothing enhanced a horror movie more than
no. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just knew something bad was going to happen.
Oh, it was going down.
Anything John Carpenter.
Some unfortunate 21-year-old college summertime job hot chick was about to die horribly.
Out-of-tune piano? What the fuck? Scary as shit. But if you had the Seinfeld music playing while that little ring ghost girl crawled out of a TV, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what is this? What the fuck is going on here?
How did she get in there? You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, we should also touch on the Kevin Hart roast, too.
Oh, we should. Yeah. So,
no, I mean, I liked it.
One last kill, dude. I enjoyed
Karen Page is hot.
I was watching how hot she was from True Blood to now, just always. That's just it. And she was dumb as shit in True Blood. I was watching like 20 minutes of scenes from True Blood.
If I'm being honest, I like older Karen Page in The Punisher than I thought she's way hotter now than like the young, dumb.
Agreed. She hasn't aged much either, and it's been like 20 years.
She aged in the right way.
Right. Yeah.
It's like she just became, her features kind of stayed close, but got more mature.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's women like that. Is how I find.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like you have your Sydney Sweeneys, and there's reasons why you find them attractive, and then there's like, you know, actresses in their 40s who haven't like fucked their face up because they got pressured into thinking it would help them.
Yeah,
and then you see them kind of age gracefully.
Right.
I mean, she's a redhead in real life, so I mean, she's already not out in the sun much. I would imagine.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
That's
probably been a help for her to remain kind of like beautiful from when she was, you know, in her 20s in True Blood to, you know, up to One Last Kill.
For sure.
But that last scene of him, I mean, and they were like trying to promote this as kind of like an in-between between coming into Brand New Day, which, you know, comes out next month.
Right.
Or month after next, because we're not even in June yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing great on movies this year.
Look, if they weren't trying to tie it into the Spider-Man movie and they just released it by itself as kind of like a little, you know, special presentation.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because, you know, I'm looking for like tie-ins to what's coming up in the Spider-Man movie. As much as, I mean, I know I'm going to get being Frank and murking a bunch of people. I just thought I would have more tie-in.
Right.
Because that's how they were kind of touting it as being like a, you know, like a jump off point into Brand New Day. And I'm like, I just didn't see it. I think that's what
the outfit was. I think that's the whole point of the outfit was like
at the end,
because you can't
the whole movie they wait for 10 seconds on screen and that's like, oh, there's your tie-in.
Because Spider-Man, when it comes out, is going to be PG-13 max.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And so they can't have that Frank that opened it with the whiskey bottle and the blood.
They got it all out.
So
now.
they were like, we got to clean him up by the end and make it like, no, this is like the action figure.
I'm off the sauce. Is that what you know? Did you know I don't drink?
Is that what you know, Webhead?
That what you know, Rick?
Dude, that guy's he needs a, you know what I mean? Him and Denzel need to just, they fucking, they wrote 10 pages of script for both of them, but they're like, hey, man, how do we have a 2-hour movie?
Oh, okay, Frank. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you know? You know that's what I'm going to do? Is that what you know, Denzel?
Hey
That's
guys,
right. That's right.
Hey,
I do know,
guys.
You know what I know,
guys? It only says ask him and then answer. There's only 2 lines there, guys. You say, is that what you know?
the script
And he
supervisor's
says,
having a stroke.
Is that what you want? And I don't need you guys to go back and forth. But there's more script, guys.
But how does anyone cut on fucking Denzel? Once you get Denzel in there, there's no like.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Oh, okay, Frank.
All right.
Where you want it, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Closed casket, open casket.
I guarantee it. It's all, oh, here we go.
It's like, could you imagine like that scene in Heat where De Niro and Pacino are in that diner?
Fucking love that.
Right? And
Yes.
now just superimpose fucking Denzel and John Bernthal.
Yeah, dude. Fucking 30 seconds. I don't commit to anything that I can't dip out in 30 seconds or whatever. Dude, that's the best.
I knew a guy in C Block. Yeah, is that what you knew? You knew a guy in C Block? All right.
In C Block? It's a son of a bitch. Okay. All right. C Block. C Block it is. All right.
Yeah. That movie would have been 5 hours, dude, because, it was already like a 3-hour movie. If Denzel and Bernthal were having that scene, it would have went on for 40 minutes, and you wouldn't have got any context.
Stimming Tourette's motherfuckers with just words. It's like... And then you have other actors who just say the lines as quick as possible, get them out. It's like, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it just seems like I don't think it's a waste, right? But
no.
It just seems like I don't think you needed it to kind of connect it to this brand new day in order for people to tune in to see Frank Castle by himself. You know what I mean?
I have a theory. My theory is, and I could be totally wrong about this, but because this was their first foray into kind of giving a Punisher his own thing, I think they were apprehensive about giving him his own movie after, the way other movies have tracked. And, going, if we get too violent on screen, are we eliminating some Marvel fans from the family-friendly stuff? So they were like, he's not comical. It's not a Deadpool.
Well, nothing for Disney has made, nothing for anybody who's ever owned the merchandising for Spider-Man.
Right.
None of whatever they've grossed in the theaters will pale in comparison to what they've made from merchandising.
Right. Yeah.
Right? I mean, we talked about this before where, generations of young men at some point had fucking Spider-Man fucking bed sheets, lunchbox, backpacks, bicycles, hats,
I had the pajamas.
Shirts,
we didn't have money.
draws.
I had fucking Spider-Man pajamas.
I mean, you could, kids could leave the house in fucking all Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just whatever they make on the screen will never catch up to the amount of money that they've made by selling fucking, fucking Spider-Man Pez dispensers, whatever fuck it was. You know what I mean? And so putting him in that, the violence is one thing. Right? Obviously you're not going to get like fucking Punisher violence like we saw on Netflix, right? Or Daredevil. You're never going to get that if you're pairing them with like a young generation, young kids, teenagers, toddlers. You can't have, Frank just fucking blowing people into pieces or stabbing them to death.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you were, and again, I'm not Dave Filoni or Favreau or whatever, who's ever doing all this stuff, but wouldn't it kind of make more sense though if you were like, hey, what other action superheroes should we put in the Spider-Man movie? Wouldn't it casually make more sense to put Daredevil than it would Punisher just because he's in the same area, but he's not fucking brutal.
And,
he's got a moral compass that Frank does not have.
No. And I believe me, I've gone over that scenario in my head, right? So it's kind of like, for a guy that struggles the entire series, original and this new one,
right,
with how he struggles with not taking a life, right? Mm-hmm. But then yet they put someone with Spider-Man that has no trouble.
And the reason I like the other one is because I remember when Daredevil, the Ben Affleck movie came out, they were like, hey, this isn't Spider-Man because it was way more violent. But then you're like, oh, that's cool. But he's like 2 steps more violent, not 12 steps more violent. So it's kind of like in a Spider-Man, it'd be cool to be like, oh, Daredevil's the kind of dark, edgy one to his Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Right.
Where in this case,
dark and edgy to a point.
It's like you took Aladdin and then Once Upon a Time in Mexico. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, one's the most fun, comedic, lighthearted Disney cartoon, and then the other one's Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
There's no Aladdin where somebody in the movie gets both of their eyes blown out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you would have gotten,
and then you
like
chuckle.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, no, that's a great point, because you would think that the more. And look, I understand the commercial aspect of these movies. They need the movies to make money. Right. I understand.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it was an interesting choice for them to choose the most violent and put it with the one that has the most, generational appeal as far as ages, right?
The least violent.
Because you could either be wearing fucking Spider-Man underoos, or maybe you're wearing some kind of cool Spider-Man shirt as a fucking 50-year-old man.
Totally do.
Been there.
We've been there. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if your kid is fucking 7 and wearing like a Punisher outfit head to toe, it's like, well, you got a future Columbine kid. You might need some therapy.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
I don't know if we want Frank's politics being forced on 7-year-olds.
7-year-old. Well, his moral compass is the
You're not,
post.
Look.
No,
there in every podcast, when you bring up one of my most favorite people in the world, your son, and how he is so on the seesaw whether he's going to be a great hope or a supervillain.
Right.
You know what I mean? The thought of your kid just like watching Frank just, these are bad guys, they die.
Dude. Yeah.
Right? That's Frank. That's Frank Castle's playbook.
Right.
Oh, you did some bad shit.
You die.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
I took him to Mortal Kombat 2, and I mean, the whole time I had to say things like, "Hey, we don't do this in real life, though, right, buddy? Hey, we don't say those words in real life, right, buddy?" Like I must have said that 42 times, because there were no less than 42 times where I was like, "Hey, but we don't pull somebody's spine out of their body, though, right, buddy? That's not real, though, right? So we don't have nightmares about this either, right? It's just
we don't
pretend.
We don't pull their skeletal system out and then beat them into a bloody pulp with their own skeleton.
Hey man, we don't remove testicles, with our hands or knives, okay?
Yeah, well, you have to offer some context to a child, right? Because as adults, we was like, I get in a fight with somebody, I'm not trying to pull their balls off.
Him, I'm like, all right, hey, look, man, I know Johnny Cage did it, and it was cool.
To an 8-year-old, you have to be like, hey, you shouldn't be pulling people's testicles off if you get into a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
Dude, there were so many times when he was like, I know, Poppy, don't say the words. I'm like, right, but like, it was such a funny
But
movie.
it's bad. Now, I get it. You're not going to say the word, but you understand that you can't fucking just murder people.
Dude, we were laughing so hard at the most inappropriate jokes, and then I would have to just be like, hey, I know it's funny, but don't tell your mom, okay?
Yeah. You have to, yeah.
And it was, by the way, I will
be
tangent.
like, son, have I ever talked to you about the cone of silence?
Dude. I mean, I will tangent for one quick second. It was arguably the greatest video game to film adaptation I've ever seen.
I like
everything about the games was in the movie in the right way. It wasn't ham-handed, corny like the 95 ones and stuff. I love those.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. The last Mortal Kombat was super serious, but they never got around to like Mortal Kombating.
Right.
Whereas this whole thing is like, oh no, the games have started and this is them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. So it's the actual scene for scene. And it almost feels like when they do a thing right where you're like, oh, that's scene for scene. That's cool. That's how it was. It was like, oh, I feel like I pressed X.
Well, it's like, I know people, if somebody was younger now, watch the Mortal Kombat that we got with John. Yeah. Well, that was Street Fighter. But, I mean, that's still the same example about how cartoonish it was, right? But at the time, you know what I mean? Even if we didn't like it, and it became beloved because it was so bad.
What it was, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you have the reasons why you love the older bad one, but then they finally, you know, some kid who's watching that at the time, whatever, we don't know how the director, where the genesis came from.
Definitely had to be that though.
Right? Yeah. And you're like, you know, it'd be rad if we really kind of like stuck super close to like how it was in the video game.
In this movie, the what do you call them? I guess the terrain, you know?
Yeah.
It's verbatim scene for scene.
Yeah, it's like the same environments that they fought in the video
Link
game.
knew him, right? He's like, Poppy, that's Hidden Valley or whatever. You know what I mean? He like knew, and I was like, dude, you're right. And it's like exactly like it though. It's like clearly a fan made it.
Sure.
Whereas
well, you can always tell, and it's kind of like as we get to like the last movie. So we did Rhonda and Carano. We did we did One Last Kill, which is a great watch. Yeah, we ventured out into Why We Love, fucking making sure that an Asian dude is cooking your fucking Chinese food. Then we went to then we kind of teetered into Brand New Day because we were talking about how, you know, like I said, if they'd have just put this out on their own and the whole part of it was for him to show up in the outfit he's going to wear, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
But it wasn't bad.
Right.
I mean, I think that's what I want the takeaway to be is like, hey, look, if you want like 25 minutes of John Wick style shit inside of a fucking apartment building, this is for you, right? Because they kind of really kind of dial back to that, and I'm okay with it.
Yep.
So I'm wearing my shirt today.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Mandalorian Grogu.
Look at that, dude.
As we, you know,
I love it.
In the third act of this podcast, we get to Star Wars.
Yeah. I've been watching all of them lately. I've been just binging Star Wars.
Bro, there was very little that I could find, and I'm almost thinking tomorrow I'm gonna go and watch it again.
Oh man, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And watch it. I take the analytical shit off and just enjoy the movie for what it is.
Yes.
You know, right? Because, you know, we talked about it before that when we watch anything that's nerd related, we always go in with a microscope.
Yeah.
And I found that on second viewing, where you've kind of like put all the dissection away and that you're just actually watching the product,
right,
you enjoy it more.
I did that with Red Sonja, the new Red Sonja.
Yeah.
I watched it and I dissected it too much the first time. And then the second time, I'd hit some websites where they were talking about fantasy and sword and sorcery and how like it's a dead genre right now. So take what you can get. And I was like, oh yeah, let's just go watch it again. I put it on again. I was like, this is a fun movie.
Yeah,
that's period. It was a pretty girl fighting with a sword in a metal bikini.
Hey, look,
it was a fun movie.
I mean, you know, the reason why you still cling to fucking Madam Web,
right?
If you actually watched it like how you were supposed to watch it the first time around, you'd be like, this is fucking the hottest garbage I've ever seen on cinema.
It's just hot garbage. That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
And the same thing about, but I will tell you on the first go around, with Mandalorian and the Grogu, I was really, I really felt confident going out that it had minor problems, but you know, but overall it was just action packed.
Right.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of fighting. They even has like some John Wick style shit in Mandalorian.
Yeah, everybody's got to do it now.
Well, yeah, but it's okay. You know, hey, look, I'll take John Wick gunplay over fucking Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, fucking wire work.
Dude, I was just about to drop the other two things because your other options are Crouching Tiger, fucking wire work, or Bullet Time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, hey, and that's all it is. We've just evolved to this new thing where it's like, oh, now we got to add John Wick action because of John Wick. You know,
and it's just in like, you know, and that's fine for like, and you would expect that kind of style from like a Mandalorian warrior, right?
It's the reason Rush Hour happened. Rush Hour happened because they could no longer stop Hong Kong cinema from invading America,
right?
And they were like, hey, this Jackie Chan cat, like his foreign movies are making more money on video than our big budget movies are making at a cinema. We got to bring him over.
Yeah,
and that's what happened. They were like, we have to. You know, and they're like, well, how do we fucking make this? They're like, we'll make the movie about East versus West. It'll be funny.
Right.
And it's like, that's the only way they had to, because they were like, at some point it becomes inescapable.
Well, you know, a franchise or an IP like Star Wars is looking for that.
Right.
Well, I'm looking for more than just fucking yapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've talked about that at length about my problems with the fucking prequel trilogy. You know what I mean? It's about, I don't give a fuck about galactic fucking C-SPAN. You know, get us some fucking lightsabers or give us a starfighter battle. Give us a fucking shootout. Give us anything.
It makes you realize why they had to do the Easter egg stuff where like E.T. is hanging out in the Senate. It's like you have to because otherwise you're just bored.
Yeah, how all those people originally discovered that is they were zoned the fuck out because they got tired of hearing about, it's like, yeah, we get it. He's the emperor. He's gonna pass some crazy shit and then it's gonna put everybody in trouble. Oh fuck, is that E.T.?
Yeah, dude, because nobody wants to hear Star Wars version of like Article 12 of Title 17 says that
we can't do first contact to unevolved civilization. I don't give a fuck.
What is
you know
this?
what I mean?
I mean, it's the most.
You can save all that. Look, if you're interested in like actual Star Wars politics, fictitious politics,
God, you have a problem, dude.
Put that shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Lucasfilm wants to give a behind the scenes of, ideas of how laws and shit passes on fucking Naboo.
Yeah.
Put that shit on a website.
Oh, dude,
don't fucking take up 30 minutes of my fucking Star Wars action movie. You know what I mean?
There's some future senator Spectrum kid that is obsessed with how law works and in Star Wars who's doing just that. There's some kid somewhere.
There's some kid that's, really want to ask questions of how the monarchy works on Naboo.
Hey, God bless him.
Hey, man.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't. That's a hard pass for me. Just give me some blaster battles, some lightsaber shit, some fucking speeder chase, which you don't have lightsaber stuff in the Mando Grogu movie, but you get a lot of blaster. You get a lot of like starships, chasing other starships. You get fucking speeder chases. You get hand-to-hand combat. You get a little bit more universe building about, because that's always a thing when they put out a new project, is introducing a new planet into Star Wars or some kind of a new model of fucking spacecraft, so they can fucking sell Lego sets. So I
can go buy a fucking $120 Lego set.
Yeah, right. And I get that. I understand the commercial part of that, and they do. Yeah, they do it kind of well. And
it's $300 worth of Legos in that box.
But then you get like just full on, like just balls to the wall action. And look. And that's where a lot of these shows, I mean, look, I always talk shit about the Acolyte, but I will say the one thing that they did pretty good on was like the lightsaber shit. You know what I mean? The lightsaber fighting, that was fine. It was just everything else was kind of garbage. Yeah. And with this, it's kind of like, hey, here's Mando, here's Grogu. They be bounty hunting. They're hunting bounties, right? They're working for the Republic. The New Republic, and it's kind of, there's not a lot of lore building more than you get like different places and different characters. You know what I mean? They're not diving that deep. You get the Hutts, you get Rebel pilots, you get fucking characters that were from other. I will say, if there's one thing, and I thought is like, well, you have to be a diehard to know, like, they're like, who in the fuck is this giant purple cat looking dude, right? Yeah. And you have to be a Rebels fan to know who that is, right? And so but like if you're up to date,
you're good,
right? You're gonna enjoy the fuck out of this movie, like I did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Be like, oh shit, I know who that guy is. I've seen that guy in other movies. They always have like some part where you'll see where they have a squadron and all the pilots are like directors who did episodes of Mandalorian, and that's cool, but again, you're not going to know who those people are unless you're on it, like unless you're into it like we are.
I don't know what again, because I've been binging a lot of different Star Wars IPs this last 2 weeks. Whatever that crawfish alien from the old one where he said it's a trap.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, there's one of the newer things. They have that same type of alien in a room, and the other guy goes, "Man, I don't know. I think it might be a trap." And they zoom to that guy, and he tilts his head, and I'm all, "Thank you, thank you for that."
Hey, look, that's fine.
I want that. That's the kind of nod I want.
Right.
Where he's like, "Hey,
you don't need an overt Easter egg. You don't want one that's just like, oh, it's right there."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You won't have to like look for it, or you had to be,
I got it. You know what I mean?
You got to be on the inside as far as like, because when we watch all this stuff, we talk about Dallas Bryce Howard directed episodes, and she did all of that, or Fukuyami, that guy, he did a lot. Rodriguez, all of
a sudden there's graffiti.
Yeah, and there's fucking bikers and graffiti as well. This is a Robert fucking Rodriguez. You know what I mean?
What's Danny Trejo here?
Right, dude. That was the biggest surprise of how Trejo didn't fucking make his way in the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean?
With the tats, still the vest and the tats. Are
like he's in like some kind of crazy Star Wars cargo pants with no shirt on, and everybody's like, "There's sombreros in fucking Star Wars
instead of machetes." Right? Yeah. It's 2 lightsabers. Come on, man.
Or 2 of those vibro fucking blades that the Mandalorians carry. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I wonder if that
whatever
was like
that black sinister blade was. I want that thing, dude.
Oh, you mean like the dark saber?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I wonder if that was like in the negotiation point for Rodriguez when they brought him on for Star Wars, and he's like, "Oh well, Robert, I think we've talked about everything. We can get this all put together." And he's like, "Hey, look, I got one more thing to ask." And I'm like, "Yes, yeah, of course, go ahead. Can I bring Danny in?" And they're like, "Trejo." And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a thing for me that he's kind of in everything I do." We're going to table that, Robert, and we're going to speak to some executives and circle back around to that. Yeah.
And
he tried. And you know he fucking tried.
Do you know at least somebody in that room was one of us going, "I don't know, that'd be pretty fucking cool."
Yeah.
There was at least like, one intern that was like...
It's like, "John, you barely... Your position is barely above grabbing coffee. Yeah. Shut the fuck up." Like, I know I'm just a junior assistant associate, but...
Third day, I know, but... hear him out.
Danny Trejo in Star Wars be kind of fucking cool.
It's pretty cool, because then he becomes canon... Right? So, like, if you do need, yourself, I would be in a heartbeat.
Then you just have some movie where Trejo pulls up in, like, just an all chrome speeder.
Dude, it's a lowrider speeder? The fuck out. You know what I mean? Dude.
I still say the biggest thing that nobody's ever done is taking, like, popular music, like songs that we love, and then just have people sing them in alien language and have them playing in bars. Could you imagine a bar scene where like fucking an alien version of fucking Jump Around?
Right. Oh, dude, 100%.
And you see fucking people start dancing in the background. Yeah. That's
all what I'm over saying. It. All over it.
Kuka-cha!
Well,
Kuka-cha!
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
That weird little laughing fucking rat that hangs out with Hut. It's just like, dude,
shit.
I'd be all over it.
I mean, that's what would be if we were in those meetings. That's the shit to be getting shot, getting shooting down. I know I talk shit about your crazy ideas on other podcasts, but if we were in the room, we were like, "Hey, you know, it'd be cool if you had an alien rap group do King of Rock by Run DMC at one of these cantinas. That'd be fucking rad."
So we can't. We have $280 billion. You know what I mean? And you're all like,
we could throw a little money around and get some of these songs cleared to be in, to get remastered.
I mean, I looked into it. It's only $40,000.
Yeah,
and they only want 2 points.
You spend 40 fucking grand a day on catering.
Yeah,
you don't think you could just slide a couple days over to fucking Rev Run and get this shit on the roll?
Yeah, dude, it's fine.
Yeah,
let's make it work. Like, I mean, they do it with like sidebar, but like Christina P was, when she was doing her special, she was paying for most of herself, and then found out like the song that she wanted, they were like, "Here's these 2 songs and they're $5,000 each," and she was like, "Yeah, but I want this one," and they were like, "Ma'am, that's $40,000."
Yeah,
and she was like, "Yeah, but I want it." And Netflix said, "Yeah, we're not paying $40,000."
Yeah,
and then she called Tom and was like, "Man." He's like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I really want this song as my opener." And he goes, okay. She goes, well, Netflix won't shell $40,000 out. And he's like, well, what song? She tells him, and he goes, just pay it.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. He goes, hey, we'll just do some extra shows this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I'll put on a fucking extra couple places.
That's what he said. He was like, hey, if I do like 5 more shows, you're covered.
I do one more show.
Right.
You know that guy's pulling in $40,000 if he's doing arenas.
So he was
at
just
minimum,
like,
he's getting $40,000 a night.
So he was like, yeah, it's fine. We'll add some shows to the tour. And then she was like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, just do it. And she did it. But it's one of those things where like sometimes you got to know when to just do the thing. It's like,
right.
Hey, this is gonna, you know,
look, and it's not to say that they're being frivolous, but you know,
right.
His little podcast empire, he can
swing it.
He can swing 40 G's to give his wife the opening song that she wants for a special.
I just watched like a 30-minute doc on the. It was you didn't know, even though I totally knew. It was a Back to the Future thing, and they were like, we were 5 weeks away from being completely done with the movie when they fired Eric Stoltz.
Yeah,
and then they start talking, and they were like, after we agreed to Michael J. Fox, the contracts weren't done yet, but they needed. If they would have quit, they would have had a big issue with the Teamsters and the filming. So they just kept filming the movie, even though Stoltz was fired. Right?
Yeah.
And they were like, this is going to cost us like $1 million a day. And they were like, yeah, no, I know. But
yeah, you're too far in at that point.
We got to do something. And so then Eric Stoltz found out later that he did 3 days of like full action filming for nothing. And he was like, wait, I'm already fired. You're already not using this. And then the director, it turns out, had a second camera filming all of the action.
Yeah.
Without him. And he was just like, yeah, no, we got what we needed.
I don't see how that's not like kind of like taught.
Right.
It's like, hey, we're going to do these scenes and you know, it's going to be ambiguous, but you're going to know what the car is, or you're going to know at a distance who this character is.
Yep.
If we got to scrap all the close-ups,
here you go.
I think having to refilm giant action scenes instead of just refilming like close-ups,
right?
It's got to be more cost-effective than just fucking shelling the whole thing and then have a bunch of Teamsters firebombing your house because you took. you know what I'm saying?
They can't make rent.
Yeah, you don't want that shit. So yeah, sometimes you got to look at something and go, it's just worth it to stay in.
Just do it, right?
And and because of that, it did well.
Right. Oh, and that's what was so cool about it. It says some of the posts were like, go back and watch this as like a film student, the way we would look at it. And they're like, it's a perfect film.
Yeah. And
they talk about the first 12 minutes where it's like with Marty saying no words whatsoever, you're able to understand exactly who he is.
Yeah.
And it's like he rolls up on a skateboard. The skateboard hits the plutonium. He grabs his guitar, right? And then they show all the scientific shit, and you're like, oh man,
fucking who?
The exposition in that first.
I can't believe I can't remember who directed fucking Back to the Future.
Zemeckis. Yeah.
So I mean, if you deserved anything,
it was like Spielberg, Zemeckis, and
it was like,
else.
Hey man, if this guy's an asshole, we're gonna get enough B-roll to fucking splice it together, and still have something pretty fucking rad.
There's also a lot of scenes, which you don't realize it until you think about it, of waist down Marty, with him running or on a skateboard or on a hoverboard or walking.
It's not like Cruz going, all of me.
Right.
When I run, all of me.
You realize like, oh, how much of this is not even.
Yeah, how many times do we see Eric Stoltz running when we thought it was fucking Michael J. Fox?
They said a lot of the DeLorean scenes that are far away, they're like, no, we weren't going to refilm the fucking DeLorean catch on fire and shoot into the sky.
Because, if they were 5 weeks out, they were probably already starting, like, visual effects.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why they were, like...
Getting a jump on it to be on schedule. So all the shit that they've already shot and was in the can.
Yes.
And especially if it didn't involve, like, actual close-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were already probably starting to do post on that, dude.
Yeah. And there were other casualties. That's the part I didn't realize, that they had to fire the first girlfriend, even though we know they fired the first girlfriend the second time in the second movie, but there was a first girlfriend, and they fired her because she was tall. Because Eric Stoltz is like 6 feet.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we got 5'4" over here. And now he's got this 5'9" girlfriend that's hot. And so they fired her and got a shorter girl.
Yeah.
But then come part 2, they fired that girl to replace her with, what's her name? And it was like, dude, this is crazy. All because like it just wasn't working. But Stoltz he said it in one of the table reads, and immediately Zemeckis was like, oh shit. But he goes, man, he goes, I don't know why you guys keep acting like this is a comedy. He goes, this is a dark tragedy.
They didn't appreciate short kings like they do now back then.
But he was like, this is a dark tragedy. You know, this kid changes his life to the point to when he returns like to a different family.
Yeah.
And he forces his father to have an own career, and he enters a world that he doesn't realize. And now he doesn't even know who he is anymore. And they were like, what the fuck? Now, yes, he's not wrong.
No.
But at the same time, they're like, that's not the movie we're making.
Yeah.
And that's when they started watching the scenes back, and he's like serious, and they were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, this is like comedy, sci-fi.
Sci-fi comedy. We don't need fucking existential crisis.
You think Weird Science would have been as good as it was if it was serious?
No.
Nobody would have gave a fuck about that movie, dude.
No, that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to know when to do it. Have you ever watched that?
When one of my favorite scenes is when they're in that like jazz club or whatever, and I always forget his name. The redhead, tall kid, white, super white. He went on not Michael C. Hall. Is it Michael C. Hall? No, that's Dexter.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall. When he's sitting around, he got all those black dudes with him. He's like, let me tell you something, baby.
Dude, I love that scene.
It's the greatest fucking scene in that movie, dude. He goes, let me tell you something real quick, baby. You know what I mean?
Love that
I'm
scene.
like, fuck, man, that's funny as shit.
Nah. Yeah, he's doing the oh, dude, it's great.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That scene would never exist if they were like, hey, man, we're taking now if they made it, he'd be sitting there talking about, he wouldn't do a voice.
Yeah,
he wouldn't do anything. He'd be trying to show solidarity. And we're like, nah, man, bring back Anthony Michael Hall.
It's funny as shit.
Smoking a cigar. Let me tell you something, baby. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
You have to know when. Have you seen that sketch? It was a Saturday Night Live sketch, but it's whatever Mandalorian guy, whatever his name is.
Pascal?
Yeah, Pascal. And he's doing, it's a serious Mario that HBO's making.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a me, Mario. And he's like, it's post-apocalyptic, and they're like, it's a Mario Kart, but it's like HBO style, and you're like, it's so funny to watch
like
the trailer,
Mad
but
Max,
it's like
Mario Kart.
It's exactly the kind of shit that happens in Hollywood to where, now to circle back to what I was going to say earlier, because you were talking about the director who loves the IP, right?
Yeah.
Then we have a director that hates the IP every time, but somehow gets in charge of the IP, and it's James Gunn.
Oh,
and he's like, man, he goes, yeah, I think this Superman thing needs to be, and it's like, hey, say you don't understand the character again, because now he's got this whole thing where he's like, nah, Supergirl's like a punk drunk, and it's like, you didn't see any Supergirls ever, huh?
No.
Okay, I didn't realize you never saw any,
and
you never read a single
every
book.
Iteration, movie or TV, she was always a goody two-shoes.
Always. And
you
he's
know
like,
I mean?
yeah, she's a rebellious punk who likes punk rock, and she's angry.
Look,
and she's drunk.
We already kind of, if there's one detraction from Clark Kent, is that he's too much of a goody two-shoe.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't need more of that.
Right.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that if the dude Kryptonian, has that side, then a female is going to have more. It's not a detraction. It's just that it's it's like you got to expect her to be fucking a Girl Scout that can shoot lasers out of her eyes. You know what I mean?
100%. And it's always been like done really well. And like, I don't care what anybody says, man. I love the Sasha version of Supergirl in The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
She's beautiful. And she also does this great job of like compassionate and sad, and I'm alone, but we have to do what's right. Like, she's got this whole thing, and you're like, man, and with 15 to 16 minutes of film time, she changes that. Like, she made that movie to where you're like, hey, this character and this actress are getting, and then this guy's like, nah, how about we ham it up and make her like a drunk wandering from town to town.
And I think and I think also too, a reason why DC has always had trouble is because there's so much turnover as far as who the actors and actors are going to play these characters, right? We've had like fucking 5 Batmans at this point, right?
They just put anybody in a suit.
And like fucking 3 or 4 fucking Supermans, right?
Yeah.
Or Supergirl or Batgirl or
right,
whatever.
Just keep doing it.
Whatever the flavor is of DC, right? Versus like at least with Marvel,
Iron Man.
Iron Man was Iron Man for like fucking 15, 18 fucking movies.
Chris
know
Evans
what I mean?
was fucking
Captain America
until
he wasn't.
Until he wasn't.
Right, and instead of recasting him, they made Falcon, Captain America, and everybody was cool with that for the most part.
But it was a natural evolution. It wasn't like
it wasn't
a new dude.
It wasn't like 2, 3 Avengers in, all of a sudden, fucking somebody else shows up in Iron Man. And they would have fucking rioted.
They only fucked that up with Terrence Howard. That's the only one they were blatantly like, it's the same guy. And you're like, it's not the same guy. Everything else was like, here's Thor. It wasn't like Thor became, some other dude. He wasn't Glenn Powell all of a sudden. Motherfucker.
No, we both know Glenn Powell couldn't play fucking Chris Hemsworth as fucking Thor.
But like, they didn't do that. They weren't like, hey, this is a new Valkyrie. It's like, no, Valkyrie's been the same hot Valkyrie it's been all the time.
Yeah, and I think that continuity
makes it
served Marvel well. Where DC has failed.
They treat it like it's James Bond, and they're like, "No, you just accept." And I'm like, "Well, I don't."
Right? Yeah, you can do that. You can find a way to make the math work with different 007s, but if you'd have stuck with Bale and look, I get it. Nolan's Batmans are stark contrast from any other Batmans that we saw when it was Keaton, Kilmer.
Right.
And fucking Ben and then so when Nolan created his with Bale, it was really like a whatever they call it in DC, like Alterworld or whatever.
Elseworlds,
Elseworld. Yep. It really was that and it worked in its own universe and they were great movies. My favorite Batman IP probably ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that consistency of not carrying over same characters, I get the Bale thing, but the surrounding universes where it was kind of like more comic centric, they should have just picked one and stayed with it.
Sometimes
they had a great Superman in Cavill.
100%
should have made the deal.
Just make the deal. Right?
You know what I mean?
Keep him. Just make the deal, and do the thing that Marvel did. Marvel originally they were like, "Hey, we want Ghost Rider to have a different vibe." They're like, okay. They're like, well, who do we cast? It's like, well, no, Nick Cage is Ghost Rider. We'll just make a movie different.
Right.
Make the movie different. That's all. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's all they did. But it's like, thank you, because we still accept he's Ghost Rider. It doesn't matter.
The Ghost Rider delegation accepts your nominee.
Yeah.
Accepts your decision to remain with Cage.
Right.
Right. It doesn't matter how fucking old he is.
No.
I mean, he was way younger when the first Ghost Riders came out. So what?
So what?
You know what I mean?
I don't care.
Those movies existed in that era. He's just an older Ghost Rider. You could fucking go 100 different ways with now. It's kind of like Old Man Wolverine. Maybe now you introduce
just like it.
Old Man Ghost Rider.
Well, you really touched on something good. 2000 X-Men, Hugh Jackman, right?
Mm-hmm.
2025. 25 years later, Hugh Jackman was still Wolverine, right? But the exact same thing happened when we were kids. 1976, Christopher Reeves is Superman, right? But like in 1993, they were still making Superman movies, right? It's like Superman 4, Neutron Man, or whatever. It wasn't like they were going, oh man, who should we cast as Superman? They were like, well, no, Christopher Reeves is Superman. It's like, yeah, but he's been Superman for 20 years. They're like, okay. They didn't care.
Yeah.
And we didn't care. We weren't like, man, he looks so much older. It's like, no, dude, that's Superman. It's like, how do you know? It's like, because that's what Superman looks like.
Once DC decided that they were going to, create their own kind of, DC or for fuck whatever you want to call it. Man, I was okay with Affleck being Batman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Great job.
I was very okay with Cavill being Superman.
100%
you know what
okay
I mean?
With Gal Gadot.
Michael Caine as fucking Alfred was always,
Alfred.
even if they brought him, You know, he could be one of the characters that you could have switched over into another universe.
Remember when they did that with that was Alfred Golf or whatever, or I forgot his name. Maybe it was that. It was the guy who played
Dr. Ock.
No. Oh, Alfred Molina. No, he was great. But no, the guy who played Batman's Alfred in Tim Burton's.
Oh yeah,
he stayed Alfred. He was Val Kilmer's Alfred. He was George Clooney's Alfred. They were like, well, no, this guy's Alfred.
That's what I'm saying. That guy could have carried over. And look, I'd have been okay if it would have been like a Elseworld reverse for Michael Caine to show up as Alfred and fucking, you know what I mean? Master Wayne, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You could have made it work.
Yeah.
But all of these things can be made to work. Like sometimes they do it, and it's like when they make a TV show out of a movie, and then like they go ahead and use the same cast. It's like, thanks.
Okay.
Like Clueless did it. They changed the main girl, but they kept all of the cast.
Yeah.
You go watch it. It's like, hey, dude, is that same black guy, same black girl? They're like, yeah,
still them.
We signed on. They said yes, it works. Now,
of course,
it's a different world, different. Yeah, it's like it's a different plot. It's like, but we accept the thing.
Yeah,
right?
because we get it. Look, everybody understands the premise that fucking Clueless happened 30 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so now to get those characters now 30 years older,
right?
Now they have kids. Now they have kids in high school.
There you go.
Everybody's going to accept it, right? It's kind of like with Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, dude.
Where you still had Savage and Topanga. They were still showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And so nobody bat an eye, you know?
No.
I think if anything, it was more, they didn't have enough mixture of, you know, having the original characters everybody loved.
Right.
And then trying to introduce these children of the characters that we love. And having that kind of like dynamic of, you know, two generations colliding. You know what I mean?
You know
and
what?
they kind of did that. I'm not saying they did.
It would have, I will say, because it was ridiculously successful for Netflix, but you would have had more seasons of that Fuller House had old Lori Loughlin not ended up in prison.
They've been trying to buy her daughter's way into college.
Because my daughter loved Fuller House when it came out.
Yeah.
And then she was like, wait, I'm like, yeah, it's a show called Full House. It was great. And then she after watching all 2 or 3 seasons of Fuller House, went back and watched
Full House.
All 10 years of Full House.
I mean, that's got to be a goal in mind when they bring this shit to
100%
to bring it up.
And it was such a success. If she would not have gone to prison, they would have had another season.
For sure.
And they were like, it was getting so good that we were going to spin off.
Aunt Becky is someone you can't recast.
You can't recast Becky, right?
You can't recast Lori Loughlin.
No, we're not.
I know her and her husband Giuseppe or whatever the fuck his name is paid like $80,000 to get their daughter into fucking Berkeley or whatever the fuck it was, UCLA.
Yeah.
I get it, but you just have to write Lori got like some crazy job in India.
Yeah, dude,
that's why she's not here. You can't just be like, oh, this is new Aunt Becky now, and because we're all gonna be like,
Hogan family this shit.
Fuck you.
Dude, remember that?
Hashtag not my Aunt Becky.
Dude, what was that? I forgot the name of the first show, but Valerie's family, and then it was the Hogan family because she left the show, and then they replaced her with Sandy Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck is this?
It's kind of like when Roseanne carried on after Roseanne left.
Right.
It's like nobody's...
Yeah, dude, even putting fucking Katie Siegel in there, it still didn't work. It's like, nah, man, she's not.
She's not fucking Roseanne Barr.
And I know that it got canceled, but I thought it was hilarious when, like, 5 years after King of Queens, Kevin James had his own new sitcom with a new wife, and nobody was watching the first season, so they were like, hey, check it out. We're going to murder her and then put Leah Remini as your new girlfriend. Yeah. It's like, wait, no, we're trying to get past King of Queens, and they're like, no, we're not.
Do you want to make money?
And so they put, all of a sudden, Leah Remini is, like, his girlfriend, and then, like, she moves in. It's all, hey, man, this is just King of Queens again. And they're like,
they could have saved a lot of trouble. Just give us like a fucking, you know, like a reboot.
Just reboot King of Queens.
Maybe he's retired from the fucking postal package service.
Her dad's dead.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Now they got a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's it.
And you got you got Kevin James and his character and those two characters trying to raise a kid.
Yeah, now those two Looney Tunes, right? But they've got like the woke kid and the new generation, and he's over there being Kevin James, funny shit. She's being Leah, hot and anti-Scientology. The whole thing could have been great.
Yeah, great.
Right? But instead, they're like, no, we'll make you this girl.
Sometimes we don't need the biggest shakeup. Sometimes we just need a new situation.
Cosby did it. They were like 5 years after Cosby was done, they were like, hey, we want you in a new sitcom. And he's like, okay. They're like, who do you play the wife? It's like, Felicia Rashad?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I already did that. They're like, Felicia Rashad? And he's like, yeah.
If you want us to pay you this, then this is what you have to agree to.
This is the husband and wife. That's it. It would be like if Lucy would have showed up with a new Mexican husband.
Nobody would have cared.
What are you doing? What is
It'd
this
been
guy?
like, that's not fucking hashtag not our Ricky.
Yeah, it's not our Ricky.
You know what I mean?
I can't buy this shit. Same deal, right? If Marvel was really smart though, in these twisted, it's now that they're wrapping up the whole fucking multiverse, you know, there needs to be a Terrence Howard. I'm sorry. Mr. One, he needs to be in some talk about one time.
Well, yeah, if this is like a crescendo of this chapter of what they're going with, why not? The best. Bring fucking Terrence Howard back in Secret Wars.
Now he's a physicist, you know what I mean?
Right, you know what I mean?
Teaching fucking physics, and you're like,
in the alternate universe, he went to work for like DARPA.
Yeah, dude.
But not as a soldier, but as a scientist.
And with his weird ass.
Yeah, he's designing all these crazy geometrical fucking crafts and shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. If he was working on like some pyramid research, it'd be even better. He's like, you know, there was a colony underneath the pyramids.
Yeah, we're looking for Dr. James Rhodes. He was a paleontologist, whatever.
Yeah.
Archaeologist. You know, he's out trying to find evidence that, you know, aliens were on Earth. We need to save him because he knows how to make this shit, you know what I mean, or design this thing.
Dude, the ships are his weird fucking whatever he calls it, linchpin, geo.
Then they
shit.
retcon that the Eternals had gone to the past and found his designs and made their own crazy looking ships with.
100%, dude. Yeah, and they
anything to make Eternals better.
He's teaching, you know, and he's like, 1 times 1 is 1, man. And you're just like, yes.
Sometimes, man, 1 + 1 = 2, man.
Sometimes it don't, and they're just like, what the fuck kind of math
is
it
don't when it's a -1, man.
Dude, I would watch that movie all day long. I'd watch that movie now. I'd AI this
Hustle
whole movie.
And Flow, Terrence Howard, alternate universe, James Rhodes teaching geometry in college.
Dude, and like he has to face Cheadle, you know, in one of those hot tub time machine situations where they're talking.
Say, man, I don't know why I don't like you, but I just do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're just like, oh, I'm here. Deal with it.
Dude, it'd be so funny. But again, that's that fan mindset we have. Right. Where in the fucking meeting, I'm like, hey, I got an idea though, right?
Hey man, you'll never ever. I think one of my greatest ideas I've ever recorded.
It's the best one.
Was Shang-Chi and Wong, buddy.
Dude, is he gonna come back in these movies?
He's got.
I know Wong is gonna keep showing up because he's Wong, but he'll show. Hey, by the way, Wong. He'll show up in anything Marvel makes, clearly. Yeah.
Well, he understands
Marvel makes a commercial, right, for Lexus. Guess who's floating behind the Lexus?
Fucking
There's Wong.
Yeah.
But Shang-Chi has this whole thing where he's like, nah, I want to be a serious... Okay, whatever you want to be, come back to Marvel, please. Is he going to be in the movies or not?
If he hasn't learned anything from his co-stars,
right,
is that... Yeah, you want to go make an Oscar contender?
Okay.
By all means.
By all means.
But, hey, do you want to be able to afford for you to take pennies on the dollar making this Oscar contender?
Yeah, dude.
When you know you just cashed all these fat Disney checks for being Wong?
You ever go back and go to like a Wikipedia?
I mean, that's what Downey and Evans came 100%, to.
100%, dude. They both made
so much money that they were like,
movies.
hey, I want to, do some independent shit. Because I can take 10 grand versus 10 million a picture and back end points. You know what I mean?
Go to Wikipedia and look up like an Oscar, like the best screenplay Oscar, right?
Yeah.
And then scroll to that little box, and it'll be like budget, right? And it'll say like 78 million, and then it'll say box office 1,200.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like won 7 Oscars, and it's like, no, I get it, man.
The budget of that movie. And if it had Downey in it,
right,
the budget of that movie would be almost as much as he fucking made from playing Iron Man in one fucking Avenger.
100%, dude.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If not more. Because, it was so ridiculous. And I get it. Maybe Disney at the time. Because of how those deals work, from what I understand, is that everything goes up exponentially when every movie is a success. First one's a success, you're going to make this much in a second. That one's a success, is good, does really great box office, and you get, you'll get a bigger piece of the next and the next. He made like $10 million for showing up for 45 seconds in that Spider-Man movie.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
But you know what? Every now and then, and I say every now and then because it was that thing where, like NBC, when they were must-see TV Thursdays, there was no stalwart when it came to negotiating Seinfeld or Friends contract. And they were like, no. All 6 friends walked into the office together, and they were like, hey, we're going to renew our contracts together, and we're all getting 1 million episodes.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, lawyers will be here in a minute. Okay.
They were making so much money for advertising, it didn't matter.
They weren't like, oh, no, we're going to get a new Phoebe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This wasn't a situation where it was like Three's Company growing up where they're all of a sudden, like, Sally wasn't there, or what her name is. Not Sally. What's the blonde? It was Chrissy.
Diane Summers? Or
no, Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah. They weren't like, oh, no, Suzanne Summers will replace you with a less attractive
Diana Summers. Starkly different than Suzanne Summers.
Yeah. There was none of that horseshit where my childhood had to go through 3 different blondes in Three's Company, and the whole time all I was thinking was, where's the hot one?
Yeah.
Right? Like, where'd she go?
And like, I get it. Her fucking cousin showed up or whatever it was.
Fuck out of here. Hey, I remember the one season of fake Luke Duke and Bo Duke, and when they're dumb shit cold. All I know, dude, is when you think, oh no, we need to do this thing. Well, sometimes your thing is dumb. Yeah. It's like, hey man, maybe we shouldn't replace.
They need to spend more time at the drawing board.
And if we replace one friend, they're fucked. But anyway.
Oh, that was a little premature.
No, it's all right.
As a wrap up, go see Mandalorian and Grogu. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll love it. If you want to introduce your kids to the Star Wars universe, take your kids to it. There's a lot of action. It's kind of little John Wick, little action horror, little adventure horror, little Fraggle Rock. It's got a little bit of everything. They do a lot of like, they take you to different locales, and you get to see where the fucking Hutts live. Yeah. You know what I mean? They take you to fucking where the Hutts come from.
Dude, I'm in.
And so, like, if you want to, you can take your kids, it's Star Wars, it's Disney, so it's not going to be, there's a lot of violence, but it's like sci-fi violence. It's like,
considering we just did 2.5 hours of fucking Mortal Kombat violence, I don't think we're worried about
it's
Grogu lifting somebody
apples
up.
And oranges as far as like that's concerned, as far as violence.
I want to go. I want to see it. I just got to make the I got to get the time this week.
We're back on track, and
we missed you folks.
Yeah, I'm glad we got back. We needed to record. We had a lot of shit go down.
Yep. All respect.
Uh-oh.
What'd you just do?
That's a phone call.
Look at that.
Fucking.
Oh, dude, you ever see like when somebody gets a phone call mid-Rogan and he's just like, what the fuck are you doing? He gives him that death look. Like, you'll never be invited back.
Repetition is key, folks. And I should have put my phone on silent.
You guys take care of each other.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.